So we were traveling to another zone, and from the road we just spotted a pair of great hornbills.
Voice versus announcement from the planning. Today we have the clear visibility. On the right side we are flying along the Himalayas, so you might be able to see the Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga, and a lot of peaks out here on the right side. Enjoy the view. Thank you very much.
When you touch down after flying alongside the Himalayan mountain ranges, the stunning surroundings can truly convince you that you have arrived in the land of rhinos. I'm currently heading towards Kaziranga National Park to test the new Nikon Z6III. Stay tuned until the end to witness the mesmerizing beauty of Kaziranga and its wildlife, as I unveil numerous precious moments captured with the new Z6III. This is not just a technical review, but a real-world demonstration, showcasing how the camera will perform in real world. Throughout this journey, I'll be using the NIKKOR Z 180-600mm f5.6 to 6.3 lens and NIKKOR Z 600mm f6.3 lens to capture the wildlife. Being the breeding season for the oriental pied hornbills, this pair is glued to each other for life, which means they have someone to scratch their back when needed. This breeding activity strengthens their bond while maintaining the health of their feathers. To bring them even closer, I opted to record at 4K 120fps, effectively extending my reach to 840mm using my 600mm lens. So here we got a pair of oriental pied hornbills. They are so close and they just flew away. So now let's go for the national park. Previously, this pair was right there. Drawn to the reflective glass surface of the window, the hornbill repeatedly pecked at it. As the new Nikon Z6III has the option to record in HD at 240fps, I couldn't resist capturing the bird in flight. প্রফুল্ল না চল Can you see the rhino? Just look. Whether you have 4 legs or feathers, 2 legs or none, maternal instinct is a universal bond. Yeah, I think the mother is approaching to the road. The 14 fps continuous raw capture option in the new Z6III allowed me to capture these tender moments.
The baby is quite curious.
Right hand side. Water.
This is a small clawed otter, rubbing its gland present underneath its tail. Otters exhibit this behavior to communicate vital informations such as territory, gender, and sexual receptivity. It seems like he has a companion. It's challenging to film otters as they dive in one place and surface in another. But I took the help of the bubbles to make a guess of its location. And gotcha! I caught one fish-handed. Fish can be slippery sometimes, but the wet palms act like gloves and keep the fish in hold. According to survey, these otters were recently discovered in Kaziranga in 2024, and this is the only time I got to film them so closely. Thanks to Z6III, which let me document one of the recent discovery uninterrupted. Kaziranga is also home to smooth-coated otters. It appears the fish experts have successfully caught a large fish. Now the debate begins over who will claim the biggest share. Oh, it seems we are drawing some attention. Large fish pose challenges for everyone. Even for this juvenile fish eagle. The battle ensues, and in the end, the fish prevails. But someday, this young eagle will soar high with a fish firmly in its talons. The canopy over the bustling highway teemed with activity. Though the reason remained elusive. Eventually, we glimpsed one, dining on a branch. Meet the male western hulog given. a primate classified as endangered on the IUCN Red List due to habitat loss. Z6III did a wonderful job here, focusing these gentlemen through dense foliage in tricky light conditions.
So we were traveling to another zone, and from the road we just spotted a pair of great hornbills, and they were searching for the nest.
Breeding season normally starts with the search of a perfect home, where the female nurtures her offspring to thrive in a dynamic world.
Just look at the nest. It was like there were lots of twigs and branches around the nest, and it was a very complex situation that a camera could focus, but I am really glad that the new Nikon Z6III focused it perfectly.
Berries are vital for survival. The well-being of both mother and baby depends on the male's ability to consistently carry and provide resources. Therefore, he has to be good at it. But they are not the only ones. Males of other species are equally engaged in attracting females to ensure the continuation of their lineage. Rhinos are also among them. Summer can be challenging for some, while delightful for others. And water is the connection between the summer and the elephants. Using the HD 240fps recording feature of the Nikon Z6III, I bring you the joyful moments and dining habits from the world of elephants. Water is vital for these magnificent creatures, providing essential nutrition and keeping their bodies cool with flowing streams. It also serves as a social gathering place where elephants engage in bonding activities and display intricate social behaviors. I followed the elephants as they prepared to cross the river flowing through the park. A river that connects all the denizens like a thread binding the pearls together. The easiest way to cross the river is to ride on an elephant's back. I waited nearly 3 hours for the herd to cross the muddy riverbed and reach the open plains. Initially, I was unsure how the Z6III would perform in such harsh light conditions, with temperatures exceeding 40 degrees Celsius, as heat waves often distort image quality and soften footage. To my surprise, I was able to recover a good amount of details, both from the highlights and the shadows. Trunks work wonders for the elephants, but where their own trunks fail, these trunks take over. Elephants travel in herds, led by the matriarch, ensuring calves are shielded from surrounding threats. I really like the subject tracking ability of Z6III here. While we all marveled at the majestic road crossing, the young tusker bid us farewell. Watching the majestic stride of the Asiatic elephants reminded me of a quote of Bagheera from the Jungle Book. The elephants created this jungle, where they made furrows with their tusks, the rivers ran. Where they blew their trunks, the leaves fell. They made all that belongs, the mountains, the trees, the birds in the trees.
Now I'm going to use the C120 pre-release capture, and it's a human body error that we cannot be always in sync with nature's fast action. So for that I am going to use this feature, and it could capture another set of 120 images right before I press the shutter.
As I was expecting the pied kingfisher to take off, I set my camera to pre-release capture mode. And here is a screen recording of the action. And you can see the camera captured a set of 120 images just before I pressed the shutter. And here you can see another sequence of a drongo taking off from a rhino's back. It just opened up a whole new perspective for Z6III users, which were previously limited to flagship cameras only. I really like the autofocusing ability of the Z6III. Watch how it tracks the bird even at the edges. When I take the bird out of the frame and reintroduce it, the camera quickly reacquires the focus. In video, the camera provides full frame recording up to 4K 60 fps, with a cropping factor applying beyond that. Nevertheless, you can leverage these for additional reach to your advantage.
So it's been almost 1 month since I'm using this new Nikon Z6III, and I have tested it in different landscapes of India and in different conditions, from grasslands to wetlands, from images to videos, from early morning to low light, and I must say this body genuinely impressed me by its overall performance. And this new Nikon Z6III has a high FPS value and fast autofocusing ability, which is very crucial when you are photographing in wildlife. Along with that, it's very lightweight, and the low light performance is amazing for this camera. In addition to it, it has a vari angle monitor, which is very helpful when you are photographing wildlife. You can quickly and very easily adjust the screen and shoot it with this. And last but not the least, the EVF of this camera is amazing. It's so smooth that you won't be missing any frame while shooting through the viewfinder. So to conclude my experience with Nikon Z6III, I must say that it topped all of my expectations, and yes, it's definitely going to my camera bag.
As the sun shifted to red hues, I said farewell, eager to return soon with another video from the wild. Until then, happy shooting.
Maybe you could be my salvation.